an explanation for why I was so late. I promise. Please don't kill me. As much as you all want to, I know that there is no excuse for being this late. I'm not normally these late to streams. Forgive me, it has been busy. Okay, this isn't perfect and you're kind of at an angle here. Fixed. It's very, very rickety. You all can join in here. I am going to explain as I get ready here. I just got home. It's 11:42 at night. I just got home, so I will explain everything here in a second. Well, yeah, that's not exactly the angle I was going for, but there we go. Just needed a blank piece of paper to write on at this point. Hey, sorry I'm late. There is a perfectly logical and reasonable explanation as to why I'm late. Yeah, so we went to a show, like a live show today. Really good. The show started at 7. It ended at 10. I did not know it was a 3-hour long show. Initially, when I discovered it was that long, and it was far away from our house, I postponed the stream till 11. Then, it started thunderstorming. Bad. Which slowed us down even more. So, here we are, 11:45 at night. I just got home. I literally just got pen and paper out, and I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do this. I apologize again for all the time that I took. It's not fair to you guys to have to stay up this late. For those of you who do live in the East, even if you live in the West, this is still like at least somewhat later than normal. So I apologize in advance again. Forgive me. So you all voted, if I am correct, you all voted for rating video game movies, if I'm correct. And so that was definitely an interesting choice, but I thought it'd be cool to put that on there. So there is a lot of video game movies, but I'm only going to count the ones that are like really of that variety. If you want me to count the Super Mario Brothers movie from like 1993, I can. I don't wanna, but I can if you guys really, really want me to. So there's that. I could do that. If you wanted me to, I could count that, but I'm not sure if I should or not. So I can do that. I'll probably just start by writing the movie, giving like the Rotten Tomatoes percentage I want to give it, and I'll just keep going down that list, and then I'll just organize them, and we'll discuss them. Okay, we'll discuss them and see what we really think about these movies, because I know that some people don't like the FNAF movie, while I really enjoy it. There's some people who don't like the first couple Sonic movies, and I think that they were really good. So we'll discuss as a group, okay, in a sense on where to put it. Bring up points if I miss anything. Please be sure to give me advice in a sense. Give me your opinion on the movie, and if there's anything I should do to raise or lower the bar for it. So whatever one, just go ahead and list off any video game movie. I will start out with it right now. If I'm unfamiliar with it, I'll be relying on you guys, but I don't know if I will be unfamiliar with it. So just name any movie, right? Any video game movie right now, and we'll see where this goes. I'm biased. These are all my opinions, so don't take these too close to heart. So yeah, anytime you guys want to list off a movie at all, I will write it down and I'll go ahead and discuss that one, move on to the next one, so on and so forth. Again, I apologize for being 45 minutes late. It's been a very long night, and I really apologize for being late. This doesn't usually happen. I'm not usually late, and if I am, I usually will let you know in the chat. My phone was dead. It's currently plugged in right now, which is, if you can see this cord, it's charging. Should we start off strong with the Minecraft movie? Okay. That was one I was afraid of. So I wouldn't say that that is a strong start, if you will. I don't know if I call that a strong start. A strong start, good lord. Okay. So, okay. In all seriousness, in the opinion of it, and this is not just about how true it was to the game, this is a rating on just how good the movie was in general. How good of a watch is it? Is it worth your time? Is the point. So, S for enjoyment, D for actual movie. I agree. I think a lot of the problems with this movie were very much based on the fact that the story itself was very bad, like extremely bad. The only thing that made it popular is the fact that A, it's Minecraft, and B, it's Jack Black, and his goofalicious memes. So it was a Minecraft Legends type, Minecraft Legends type. Oh, extremely. I was hoping for more of a modern Minecraft story, but whatever. I expect too much from these people. We don't get the movies we want. I didn't get the Weather Storm. I was mad. I was like, there's no way the sky is dark. We're gonna get the Weather Storm. Nope, we didn't get the Weather Storm. We did not. It was a bit too fast paced, no timing. The Mario movie had the same issue. It was very much here's your the Mario movie and the Minecraft movie both were like this. Here's your exposition. That's all the exposition you're getting. You're getting thrown into this world. They give you about 15 minutes of exposition for them to show the characters in the real world and how their lives are, and then they just throw you in there. Actually, to come to think about it a lot, actually, the Minecraft movie and the Mario movie were very similar. They were very similar, actually. They both started off with like 15 to 20 minutes in the beginning, introducing all of the different characters. Um, what's it called? They were introducing all the different characters, and they were showing how their life is and how it's supposed to be good, but it's really not. Um, and then they get sucked into this world. They find an artifact or something that takes them to this world. In the Mario movie's case, it was the pipe. It takes them to this world. They're trying to save it from an evil that's going to take over the world. And it can affect their world too. They don't fight in their world at the very end, but they're both similar. Their pacing and the way that they are is very similar, actually. I don't. That's really weird to think about. So, agreed. Minecraft movie was very much a rush movie. It was very much a here's your exposition for 5 seconds. Now you don't need that. You like Minecraft? Hey, look at that. It's a redstone. You like Minecraft? It creeper. You like Minecraft? Chicken jockey. It's literally anything. So in all, I'm gonna start my base score with the Minecraft movie. The base score. This can go up or down depending on what you guys want. I'm gonna say in the movie standpoint, I'm gonna give it a 70. Now that can change. Redstone, that's a whole lot of mumbo jumbo. I think they actually said that line. I could be wrong. No, maybe they didn't. They could have. Actually, no. There was a different movie that we watched that said mumbo jumbo, and I thought about it. No, the movie just felt like someone holding a bone at somebody's face. Yeah, it felt like that they were just like jingling keys in front of you, like, "Hey, you like Minecraft? It's Minecraft right there." So my base score is a 70. You guys can change that if you want to, up or down, unless you think that's a very fair score in a movie sense. It was an okay movie. It really 70 is like it wasn't. 70 feels high for you. Oh man. I mean that was me being generous. Honestly, I'm thinking 65. I'll move it to 65. I don't because anything below 60 means it's bad. Means it's rotten in a sense. 50. Ooh, that's a bit low. I don't think I would make the Minecraft movie run. And there's no way it was 100. There was no way it was 100. It was not worth that. The Minecraft movie was not a 100% movie. That's not no. I'm willing to put it at 60. 63. Can we agree on 63? It's low. It's they barely passed. They got a D minus. 63 D minus. They're like right there. You want to count? You want to do 63? I'm willing to do 63. I don't think it was worth it. 64 a stack. Okay, yeah, I like that actually. I'm gonna give, yeah, 64. Yeah, you got a stack. We'll get 64%. Okay, so that's hilarious actually. Okay, so next movie. What do we want to go with next? What's the next video game movie we should go with here? Because there are a lot of them, and I only have a limited number of space here. But the Mario movie. Okay, we can do that. There goes my phone. Pretty sure it liked that idea so much it jumped out of its seat. There we go. Ah! Nope. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to me trying to balance my phone and my iPhone charger. Nope, there it goes. Hey guys. How you doing? I'm not doing well. Once it gets to like 25%, I'll just unplug it. It's not that big of a deal. So, the soup. Okay, cool. Okay. So, what do we want to give this one? What are we thinking? Again, very similar to a Minecraft movie. It's very similar to the Minecraft movie. In like how the story is and how the pacing is. So, in terms of a movie, it was what the thing is we have to we can't judge it on how much we liked it. We're judging this on how the movie was itself as a whole, not really much of a, oh hey look, it's Mario, I know that guy. We have to like judge it on like an actual movie standpoint, and I know that that's really hard because it's Mario and we want to love it. It made like over $1 billion, so a B tier, 83 out of 100 for you, 83. Yeah, you guys are thinking B for this one. It's not that different from the Minecraft movie. I mean, it is. I mean, it is better in a sense. I don't like the pacing of the movie. That's the only reason why there's so many points taken off of it for me. Me personally, I don't like how fast the movie's pacing is. Like, I understand it's animation and it takes a little while longer, but I would have loved a 2 hour long Mario movie, but we got like an hour and a half long, and that's not fun. Like, I want a long movie. Yeah, but like Mario, doesn't matter though. I mean, it was good, but again, a lot of it just felt rushed. I will give a base point on 81. I must say 81. Is it too high? Is it too low? I don't think it's too low. I think I'm being very generous when I say that it's an 81. I don't like personally how fast the movie is. I like the fact that it's a Mario movie, but I don't like the fact that it's so fast paced. You know, it's like they could take this time to explain something. Like the sequel, if the sequel is an hour and a half long, they could have just spent more time making a 3 hour long Minecraft movie instead of splitting it in the two part. Whatever, I don't care. 81 sounds good. Okay, so we're locked in on 81. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go and write it down now, so you guys are too late. Social credit deducted. Welcome back. Okay, what's the next one we're doing? Next video game movie. We've done already the most two. We've already done like the two that have made almost like the most money on this planet. So, Mario movie 1993. You know what? Let's go and get that one out of the way because we already know we're gonna put that one. Oh Lord. Okay, I actually have watched this movie before. Hello. I have actually watched this movie before. I watched it purely out of curiosity. I was so bored one day that I looked in the mirror and I said, do I want to watch the 1993 Mario Brothers movie? I did. And I hated it. because it didn't feel like Mario. It felt like that someone was taking me on a trip to New York. That was it. That's all it was. That's all it felt like. It felt like someone was taking me on a trip to New York with dinosaurs. That's all. That's all it felt like. I'm gonna go ahead and give it. There's not much to say about this. The movie just was bad. It really just was. I want to go ahead and start up by giving it like a 35. 35 is my base starting line. I don't think a lot of you have actually ever seen this movie. If you have, I pray for you, and I'm so sorry. But I personally think it's like a 35%. I just I don't know. I don't know. It's not it's not good. There's nothing about it that actually makes you go, I want to watch that. I watched it because I wanted something to do. I think I was sick when I watched it. I was sick. So, Oh, hi Sam. I didn't know you'd be awake at 12 o'clock tonight. 4.2, is what IMDb rated it, so 42. You want to give it a 42? That's still too high for me. 42. Okay, fine. Fine. You know what? Whatever. 42. Do we agree on 42? It was so bad. Like, okay, like if you ever seen any clips from that movie, Yoshi is literally just a raptor. I can't even joke. Yoshi is just straight up a raptor. And the Goombas aren't short. The Goombas are like 8 foot tall monsters. No, that abomination should leave the 30s. Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree to an extent. Um, the Goombas were like 8 foot tall monsters, but like with little round Goomba brown heads. That's all they were, and they classified them as Goombas. Bowser was a human that like well, he wasn't a human. He like made himself a human or something, and he had like he was bald, but he had like the little bumps like going through his head, like he was like a dinosaur or something. Oh. The Koopa Troopas looked like raptors that were on 2 feet, and then like a little baby Yoshi hatched, like a little baby one hatched, and I think Pete, I think that person who was supposed to be Peach, really just oh no, it wasn't Peach, it was Daisy. It was Daisy, I believe, and she just goes Yoshi. Yoshi. You get it? Because it's like from the game. That's literally, she just looked at this creature, this abomination that just hatched out of an egg. And she goes, Yoshi. So I'm gonna up it to a 39. I'm not gonna go any higher than that. Please don't make me go higher than that. They don't deserve this. This movie doesn't deserve anything higher than a 39, please. Can we agree on 39? That still feels high for me, but I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It was a watchable movie. Like I watched it and maybe I regret it a little bit, but you know what? I watched it. And if you want to watch it, you can too. I'm not going to recommend you watch it, but I mean, if you want to watch it, be my guest. So I'm going to go ahead and say 39% if we agree on that. If we don't, congratulations. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. That one's not really based off of a video game, though. I mean, it is based off of. I mean, it is. I want you to know that Jumanji was a board game first, but whatever. Okay, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I'm not gonna do the next level because that's kind of pointless. They're both kind of equal movies, honestly. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting the fourth one out this year, which is interesting. Okay. Welcome to the Jungle. I know a lot of you have probably seen this movie. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, in my opinion, is actually a really good movie. If you guys have ever seen the one from the 90s with Robin Williams, you will know where Jumanji came from and where it originated from. Any movie with Kevin Hart, Dwayne The Rock Johnson in cinema. Whatever. If you've ever seen the 1990s one with Robin Williams, you'll know what Jumanji is. If you've watched the movies, like the two newest ones with Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, all that, if you've watched these movies, without watching the one from the 90s, it's okay. But there are references in the movies that reference the one from the 90s because what the lore is, just a quick rundown. The one from the 90s, it was a board game that was created by Loki, like the god of mischief. And he liked to mess with humans, like the Mask, like the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey. that mask was another tool from Loki. A lot of these movies, Jumanji, what the board game was designed by Loki to mess with toy with humans, um, and at the end of the movie, the board game floated across the ocean or something like that, and that was it. That's how it ended. Um, and then this one, they're like, oh, it turned itself into a video game console to like appease the newer generation, which is like, okay, that's fine. In all, the movie isn't bad. I actually really like it. It has a really good story in a sense, and it's kind of goofy. So I kind of want to give it like a good. I want to give it a good solid 89 or 88%. It's not a perfect movie. I will say that it's not perfect, but I want to give it like an 88%. It's not perfect, but it is good enough to watch. I do recommend watching it if you haven't watched it already. So 88% is where my line's at. If you want to change that, please let me know now because you have about 30 seconds before I write this down. Um, the next level isn't as good as this one. I kind of like. I know some people prefer the second prefer the next one, but I like this one. I like this one best. 88% is good. I like that. Okay, cool. We'll do 88%. If I get two people to say that's fine, then we'll call it a consensus. Okay, next one. What's the next video game movie we're doing here? Right now, the highest one is Jumanji, which is disappointing. I know there's one video game movie that I'm thinking of, and if we do this one, well, when we do this one, there's gonna be there's gonna be a long talk. It's gonna be a long discussion. I guarantee you, because it is definitely divided in how much people like it or not. So, if you said that, we're gonna have to have a good 10-minute discussion. Yeah, that's the one. All right, 5 minutes of Here we go. All right. All right. That's the one. All right. Yep. All right. So now my opinion on this movie was I like it. I really do. I like the movie. I know it was mainly fan service. I feel like the message was really, hey, we finally did it. The next one's gonna be more serious. Agreed. After the teaser for the second one came out, like a couple weeks ago, I knew that they were like taking it in the direction that they've been meaning to take it in the first place. In the sense of a movie, it wasn't bad. It had its problems. It really did. The pacing felt good. I liked the pacing. That's a big thing for me in video game movies because they always seem to want to rush it and just get straight to the good stuff instead of taking their time with it. The pacing was good. Making the animatronics what they were was definitely something I didn't expect. Visuals and effects are boner, and the references were peak. Yes, they were. I actually saw a post from Universal when they announced when they released the trailer. The post that they put on Twitter or Facebook, one of the two. The tagline when they put that was "He always comes back," and I actually felt my soul leave my body from that because that was awesome. So that was interesting. Um, the references were really fun, but the direction that they took the story with the animatronics being what they were, like literally them built that whole scene with them building like the tent or the fort, I should say, when they were building the fort was so I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about it. It felt like it was I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It just felt weird. That was such a weird turn to the story. Like the Mario movie, they were hiding the fact that Bowser, like in the trailers, they were hiding the fact that Bowser wanted to be with Peach. Like they would cut off things like so you couldn't tell what was happening. This did the same thing. You were like, oh wait, what? Wait, what? They're building a fort, and Bonnie just fell over and did a thumbs up. What is this? What is this in my FNAF movie? Um, yeah, the fort was so unnecessary and random. I don't know if it was it definitely felt unnecessary. They definitely could have done something different with it. Um, Random, definitely random. I didn't expect it. The first time I watched this movie, I watched it with Adam and a mutual friend of ours, and then I believe I watched it with my other friend Alex. Vivid Nimbus game. All four of us were watching it together, um, and we were all kind of reacting the same way that happened. We're like, wait, what? Wait, what? What? Why? What? What? Why are they building a fort? We were laughing, but we weren't laughing for the good reason, I guess. We were laughing because, like, what the heck are we watching? The reason we were laughing was more of a what? I give it B tier. I want to give it B tier. In terms of a movie, I want to give it like a 78, 77 maybe. I mean, it wasn't bad. I just. No, that's real. Yeah, like I want to give it like a 77 because it was good, but there were just so many things with it that was like you could have done a little bit better. So I'm actually gonna drop it on a 75. Don't kill me. 78.19. No, I'm gonna drop it on a 75. I was thinking there are just another thing that I have an issue with about this movie is that they talked about William Afton before they said his name. They talked about him being the main guy. Like he was coming. He was going to be there soon. He was going to kill Michael. That was the whole point of it. He was going to kill Mike. And hello, it's been a minute. Um, what's it called? What's that saying? Don't break my train of thought. I lose it pretty quickly. That's what it was. Okay. They foreshadowed him. Not foreshadowed. They just talked about him being the main guy the entire movie and how every day he was getting closer to you. He was going to kill you. Ooh. And it literally only showed up in like the last 10 minutes of the movie. I know he was in the beginning of the movie. I know he was the job application guy, the career counselor, I believe. But when they announced that he was playing William Afton, I was happy. I would have preferred Willem Dafoe. However, it would have been too obvious. I mean, you can like look at Willem Dafoe and be like, "Oh yeah, you're a bad guy." Matthew Lillard was a great choice. I don't regret him. I think he's really good. But making him show up in the career counselor's office and having that moment where he was like, "Mr. Michael Schmidt, hey, you that same Schmidt kid that I killed a while back." Oh, it just that whole scene was like, if you weren't a FNAF fan, you don't know what's going on. If you don't know anything about FNAF, you would have been like, wait, what? I agree. What Adam just said. A lot of it was really good foreshadowing, but if you didn't know what FNAF was or anything about the story, you wouldn't have known why he did that because everyone knew that he wasn't Steve Raglan. Everyone who was somebody in this movie knew that he wasn't Steve Raglan. He was William Afton. They literally showed it. They announced it that he was going to be William Afton. So unless you don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is, you knew what was going to happen. But without that, that just kind of felt pointless. It was like, wait, why did you add this in here and then not have him show up at all? You would think that he would have kept, like, I would have preferred for Michael to keep going back to the career counselor and be like, hey, so this is what's going on. I'm okay now. Like, go back to the career counselor and have more things show because, like, just having him in the beginning of the movie. You know, tricks of the lighter. I don't know why. I'm not offended. I don't have a lighter on me at the moment. Um, so what's it called? they showed him like within the first 10 minutes of the movie. You never see him again for the remaining. You don't see him again at all until the last 10 minutes of the movie, which again, it makes me mad because it's like unless you know what FNAF is, you're not gonna know what the point of this is. What is the purpose of this? They should have, again, like I said, they should have gotten the career counselor thing. He should have kept coming back. He should have came back like after every night. After every night, he should have gone back. And they should have gotten more and more. They should have gotten more and more suspicious. It was like, why are you acting weird? Why didn't you like to say my last name? It was very much implied instead of like in your face, which is like, it's okay. But like, I would have preferred that. So, after all that yapping, what video game movies did we do? So far we did a Minecraft movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie, the Mario movie from 1993, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, and right now we're on Five Nights at Freddy's. And I'm about to rate this one. I'm gonna say 75. Is 75 okay with everyone? Because in general, it just wasn't. It was good. It was special to FNAF fans, but as a movie, in the whole sense of a movie, it just wasn't a movie. So I want to give it a 75. Is that okay? William Athens being Vanessa's dad was so cool and unexpected. I didn't expect it. I mean, we were too busy like, cheering and screaming about the fact. Okay, we agree at 75. Would you comment on Jackie Chan movies? Well, we're doing video game movies. Karate Kid isn't really a video game movie, but I can probably post that again. What's it called? I was too busy I was too busy cheering and clapping when she said William Afton, and then like 5 seconds later she's like, "He's my father." I was too busy reacting and like clapping. And when she said, I was like, "Wait, what?" It was just like a big jump scare. So I'll give 75% to FNAF. It just wasn't. It wasn't what it could have been. So next video game movie, any video game movie. What's next? Because I still have a good amount of room on here. I'm only like 25% done with this page. So I love Jackie Chan, especially with Rush Hour, of course. What up? Pixels, that's a good one. I like Pixels. It's like the first video game movie that wasn't actual dog crap. Except it was, according to critics. But, it's an Adam Sandler movie. It's not going to be good. If you watch them more than once and watching movies, you realize what gets the most of it is actors. Well, yeah. I mean, it was Jackie Chan. What do you expect? Alright, Pixels. The video game movie of its time. Adam Sandler movie about old video games from the 80s. Now, I am a sucker for those old video games. I'm really good at them. At least I'd like to pretend that I am. And I love the fact that this is a movie. In the sense of it being a good movie, let's think about this. Let's make up a synopsis for this movie. Video game tournament happens in the 80s. They shoot all the arcade footage from it into space, hoping to communicate with alien life if it exists. 30 years later, they get this message as a declaration of war, and they start launching war on our planet in the form of a pixelated video game. Did yours probably look like that, or is it because of the chlorine? There is no chlorine. This is just a duotone hoodie. It's just a duotone hoodie. It's not any. I know it looks weird, but it's supposed to be split on both sides. I don't know why it's designed like that, but I like it. So, Pixels, in the sense of a movie, wasn't. I would give it like a. I'd give Pixels like an 84. That seems a little bit high on my end. However, it was funny. It was good. I don't know if I can complain about anything, really. There wasn't much to complain about. I mean, the only complaint I have to make about that movie, at the very end, when Cubert turns into Lady Lisa for what's his name, for Ludlow Lamonsoff, Josh Gad's character. Um, when he turned into Lady Lisa, when Cubert did, I was like, wait, I was exact. Adam Sandler literally, his character said the line. He was like, wait, why are you kissing? Why are you kissing? And that was literally just Cubert 5 seconds ago. Everyone was like that. It's like, wait, what? Why are you? Why? That was weird. There was no explanation for that. And then the creepy end credit scene where there was just like four Cubert kids just in a crib. That was terrifying. Um, so I give it an 84. That's my stance. Maybe an 83. Maybe because that's the year that it took place in. I'll give it I'll give it an 83 for 1983, if that's okay with you guys. Pixels was a fun movie. It just wasn't really. It was worth watching, but it wasn't really like a good movie in the sense. Like it wasn't a movie that's like you need to watch this. It's like you can watch it if you want. I'm not gonna force you to. Um, I'm gonna give it an 84. Sounds good. I got one person saying it sounds good, but I need at least a two-person consensus here. Now it's my stomach. I'm hungry. I have not eaten much today. Pixels is a frequent rewatch for me. It is. I agree. It is still a good movie though, so I'm gonna give it an 83% for 1983. All right, next video game movie. We're still missing like at least three that I can think of that I want to rate all separately. Adam Sandler's movies are very funny, but it's a shame most of them don't win more than the opposite of the Oscars. Most of them don't win more than the opposite of the Oscars. True. I think a lot of his movies are really they're gems. A lot of his movies are gems. Eight Crazy Nights, Grown Ups, both of them, Pixels, like all of these are really good movies. And it's like I know that they're not good in a sense of movie making, but it's like they're still good. Sonic 1, there we go. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into the good ones. We have to go over all three of them separately because we're not putting them together. There's a reason we're not putting them together. Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Opinions, because I have my own and I will discuss this afterwards. The only one that shut the critics' mouths was The Astronaut. Yeah. Pixels was the biggest budget movie he's made so far, though. Pixels was like a huge budget for Adam Sandler. If the original design made it, and then this movie'd be a 5 out of 10 movie at least. Yes, if the original design made it into this movie, no. Which I still think that wasn't the design they were going to use. I still believe that it was a ploy. Forgive my conspiracy theorists. Give me an aluminum foil tin hat. Give me a tin foil hat if you want. But I really feel like that they purposely did that just because they wanted to see if people actually wanted to see a Sonic movie. Because remember, this was at a time when video game movies were really kind of just like a new concept. They're like, can we actually make a video game movie that doesn't suck? And so they were trying to see how much people actually cared about how he looked. I guess that's what my opinion was, is because no human looks at this thing and goes, yeah, I like it. Paramount made an epic trilogy. Yeah, and they're not done yet. They're making. I think they said that they were developing spin-off series, and they've already announced Sonic 4. They're not stopping anytime soon. Sonic 1 is A, Sonic 2 is B, and Sonic 3 is S. My personal opinion. I would swap Sonic 1 and Sonic 2's rating. I think Sonic 1 was a B for me, and Sonic 2 was an A, and Sonic 3 was an S. I feel like that they just got better as time went on. Like, I prefer Sonic 2 to Sonic 1 and Sonic 3 to Sonic 2. I think Sonic 1 is the worst one out of the three. Um, I liked it. I really didn't hate it at all. I liked Sonic 1. It's just out of the three, I like the second and third one more. Opinion I have about Sonic is the great storytelling and how they put it. It's absolute great genius brainstorming. I love it. Storytelling? They diss Tails so much I hate it. Yeah, I know. But then again, Tails has always gotten the short end of the stick. Tails has never gotten enough. Have you seen the way he gets treated by Shadow in the games? Even the movie, he always gets punched and kicked around. It's like Tails gets nothing. What are the requirements to enter Bell's artist? Musician, country, what are you? Well, you were yapping about something I don't even know what you're talking about, man. I'm sorry. You are in a completely different conversation than what we're talking about right now. I mean, good for you, but I don't know what you're talking about right now. Um, I think that Sonic One, in my opinion, is about. I would say Sonic One is like a 90. What about Pokemon Detective Pikachu? We'll do that one in a second. Let's get through the first three Sonic movies. Let's get through the three Sonic movies first, then we'll do that one. I would say Sonic 1 is about like an 80, 89 or 90. It was really good. It really was. I don't want to put it at 90 though. I really want to leave it at like an 88 or 89. Give me your opinions on Sonic 1. Okay, let's go. Except 2 scrolls away. No, you're good. You're good. You just had me confused for a minute. I was like, wait, what? What's going on here? 91. I don't want to give it that high of a score. I really don't think Sonic 1 deserves anything in the 90s. I think it deserves something close to them, but I don't think Sonic the Hedgehog 1 deserves really anything above 90. You like 91, really? 89.5. I'll give you your 90. I'm not doing a 91. I'll give you 90% and call it that. So let's do Sonic the Hedgehog 2 now. Because this is where I reference everything real quick. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, it's too late. You already made me put 90. But whatever. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I personally want to put it at a 93. 94 maybe. I think that it was done significantly well. I loved how they did Knuckles. I loved how they did Tails. I loved how they brought back Robotnik. I loved how they made the Master Emerald not forced. How if you go back into the first movie, you can still see the Master Emerald icon on the map. Um, I like the introduction of all the different characters and all their different traits improving over time. You still remember it? You gotta watch. You gotta rewatch it, man. It was fun. They went up into like Sweden or Switzerland, something like that. Like what were they? Like they were like some kind of like mountain area. They were like snow sledding on like an avalanche. The wedding crash scene. Giant Robotnik in like the mech. Um, what else? What else? Like the initial one where like Tails like saves like Sonic from Knuckles. You know, it was a lot of good scenes in there. I want to put it at like a 93, if that's okay with you guys. Siberia, Russia. Come on, Alex, you should know this. I don't remember where it was. Oh yeah, now I remember the Russian dancer. I completely forgot about that scene. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that scene. Oops. Yeah, the Russian dancer. Okay, so do we want to go with a 93? Anything lower, higher? I really like Sonic 2. I feel like that like it was really good. Like I think that in terms of a sequel, it was really good. I liked it. I thought it was good. I got one yes. Adam, do you want to put it higher? We'll put it lower, higher, whatever one. Imagine having revealed that police song at the beginning. Oh yeah, I didn't even see the message. I'm sorry. Yeah, that would have. If they had kept the designs for Sonic like that they said they would, again, even if this wasn't a ploy, if they kept the designs for them, imagine what Shadow would have been like. And speaking of Shadow, the next one we're doing is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Oh, Lord Jesus. Here we go. Alright. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. 97. I know that's a really high number. 97. I really like that movie. Not just because it was not just because it was a great movie. Not just because it was a Sonic movie. Um, but the way everything did. Firstly, let's take a second and give Jim Carrey all the respect he deserves for playing two characters for the price of one. Just want to get that out there. He only got paid for one character. Um, he played these two characters fantastically. They were both similar, yet they both had their differences, and he managed to portray both of them extremely well, and I love that for him. Um, Shadow's backstory being what it was different. Okay, he came from an asteroid instead of being created, and yet they still made the story fit well. The only thing that didn't make sense is that Sonic was like, "Why do you look like me? I don't look like you. You look like me." Those lines kind of don't make sense in the context of Shadow came from an asteroid. Unless he came from the same planet, there's no reason for it to be that way. It says that for two characters in the movie being played by the same actor. Yeah, that was a really funny scene. Um, really good. They did not tone down anything. Maria died. She died in a really tragic way. Shadow had a bad backstory. And Robotnik wanted to rule the world, not destroy it. Gerald wanted to destroy it, not rule it. That conflict was fun. A lot of it, you really didn't expect anyone to die in this movie. People were like talking about Tom maybe dying. I didn't expect anyone to die. Commander Walters, when he died, I didn't feel grief, but I was like, whoa. Okay, I did not expect him to die. Like I was like, wait, what? That was interesting for a kids movie. I didn't expect them to kill anyone like that, like major like that. I was like, oh, whoa, I didn't expect that. So, I want to give it a 97. It's just doesn't have to be a villain. If Robotnik is dead, I don't think he is, and he doesn't really have a purpose to live up to. People are asking whether or not Robotnik's going to be in Sonic 4. I really don't know. I really don't know why he would be. I mean, they really gave him a sacrificial end in this third movie, which I know it's a joke that Robotnik is practically William Afton with how much he comes back. But I really don't know if there's a reason to make him come back. You've already given him, like, this ultimate sacrifice that was, like, really good. And you're like, well, you could throw that away, but I don't think he survived. After rewatching the scene, Shadow surviving makes sense. It really does. But I don't think there's any way Robotnik could have survived. He was in the middle of that explosion, and Shadow would not have had enough time to get him out. Maybe he did, but I don't think Robotnik's going to return for the next movie. I think he is dead. But I don't know. I could be very wrong. Robotnik is the one who starts a lot of these things, so they could find a way to bring him back. I don't know. So I want to give it a 97. I think you guys agree. Going back to the Mushroom Planet, yeah, it was fun. At the end of the first movie, he got sent to the Mushroom Planet. The second one, you think he's dead, but then they're like, "Oh, we didn't find his body." No. And then the third one, like, "Well, he's just dead. You gotta assume he's dead." So I'm gonna give this movie a 97. Is that okay with everyone? I know that some of you were already agreeing, but I want to do a double check to make sure that this is okay. Because this movie was incredible, and I respect Jeff Fowler for making this movie what it should be, and I'm praying that he doesn't stop now. Like, these movies have only gotten better as time goes on. I am praying that the fourth movie is not bad. The Knuckles series had its issues, I will admit. However, in the end, it was fun to watch. It wasn't necessary. However, the little nod to it in Sonic 3, it was like, okay, you don't need to watch the Knuckles series to get this, but okay. The Knuckles series feels kind of pointless, but it was just a little added story, that you wanted. And who knows, maybe they'll make Wade more important in the future. I don't know. They kind of need to. There's no way they went to a whole character development for him not to have anything. So, Sonic 3's at 97. What else? What other video game movies do we have here? What other ones do we want to rate here? I know that there's at least a couple more anyway. Alright, it's 12:30. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep doing this for. I'm trying my best to stay awake here, but it is late and I'm exhausted. But I'll do a couple more. There's not really that many other ones that are of utmost importance. We've kind of gone over the main ones anyway. There are a couple more. I know there are. I just can't think of anything right now. So, please list off one or something. I'm hoping for the best. I'm not gonna do the Knuckles series. I'm doing movies, not shows. So. Angry Birds. Oh god, I forgot that those were even movies. Oh, they're so bad. Angry Birds 1 and 2. Okay, well, I'm gonna separate those because both of those are very different in value to me. So, Angry Birds One, I think was a movie. That's all I want to say about it. I don't want to say anything else. It became Angry Birds within the last 15 minutes of the movie when they started actually slingshotting themselves. So my air vent turned on. I was like, why do I feel a sudden gust of cold wind? Um, I really don't want to talk about this movie that much. I really want to get these two over with. I don't like these movies at all. I think they're the worst movies ever created on this planet. And now they're making a third one, and it's making me so mad. Because why are you making another one? You should have stopped at the first one, but you had to make the second one, which was even worse than the first one. And you're making the third one. 63 best. I want to count this, but what about the secret level episodes? They basically take concepts of games. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And besides, I'm not doing a series. I'm doing movies, video game movies, not video game series, because those ones are usually not good. 63 at best. I want to give this movie like a 58. In my opinion, it was rough. No, you know what? I will give this movie a 60 even. I will give this movie a 60% to make it fresh in the Rotten Tomatoes sense. I like to use those terms. They're fun. I'll give it a 60% to keep it fresh, but the second movie is going to get like a 35, just like a 32. Are we okay with a 60% for the first Angry Birds movie? Because I really don't want to give it anything higher. Lower, I would gladly give it something lower, but I want to give it something because it is better than the second one, and it is still a watchable movie at least. It's just cringe, which in itself is a bit of a crime, so let's ignore that. So you want to do 60%? Is 60% good? Are you good with 60%? Because I'm really kind of leaning toward that, and I really don't want to change my mind because I'm about to write it down right now. So, 60% is what I'm saying. If you don't agree, please tell me now, because you have about 5 seconds. Okay, we agree. Cool. It's at 34%. It's fine. Steven, these aren't real video game movies. Those aren't real movies. Ow. Okay, let's do Angry Birds 2 real quick. I want to go and get this out of the way. I don't want to talk about this one like at all because it was a disgrace and I tried to forget everything about it. I want to give Angry Birds 2 a 24. Just laying that out there. 24. Can we give it a 24? I really don't like this movie. I think it's like the most disgusting, the most disgusting video game movie ever created. I'm being so serious when I say this. I would rather watch the 1993 Mario movie than I would Angry Birds 2. I am that hateful about this movie. And it shows because the Mario movie from 1983 got like a 39%. This one's going to get like a 24. It's something in the 20s. It's perfect how it's being generous. I know. 24%. I'm going with that. I'm not changing my mind. Okay. No, Halo Forward. Okay, Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn is not. It was not a theatrical thing. Detective Pikachu, that is one that I want to talk about. I want to go over that one a little bit. By the way, if some of you are wondering about what's happening with the, I posted a while ago, a couple weeks ago maybe. I told you guys that a new video was coming soon, and it was about Peaches from the Mario movie. I'm still working on that. I'm getting back into it. I stopped for about like 5 days working on it. I had to manage some things. However, I'm getting back into playing on it again, and I'm practicing it, and I'm getting there. I just gotta work on being able to play it. I'm teaching myself piano, so I'm working on it. 10 out of 10 horror movie. Very true. Detective Pikachu is a horror movie and a half. The Apom scene and the Greninja scene. Oh God, it's so terrible. I mean, not terrible. It's just scary. I want to give the Detective Pikachu in the sense of a story was really good, actually. Ow. Pikachu, kill yourself. I thought, in the sense of a movie, it was really good. I want to give it like a. That Ben Adam? No. Um, Detective Pikachu. Um, in the sense of a movie, I thought it was actually a really good movie. I want to give it like a good solid 88. No. You know what? No. Detective Pikachu, I want to give it like a 91. I think it is slightly better than the first Sonic movie, but only slightly. I want to give Detective Pikachu a 91. I know that some of you haven't watched Detective Pikachu, however, I think it deserves a 91%. Just saying. I think it deserves a 91. 91 works. I got one person saying it. We have a consensus here. I'm hoping we have a consensus here. If we don't, then I'm going to go and just write it down. It's technically a movie about Captain Lansky. So how's Detective Pikachu a horror movie? It seems like a horror movie. Steven, did you actually watch Detective Pikachu? It was definitely a horror movie. I know it wasn't actually a horror movie, but do you understand that there were some scenes in it that were just downright terrifying? I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a 91% because Detective Pikachu was a sick movie. If you ever watched it and actually cared about it, there was a lot of scenes in that movie that were like questionable, and the whole storyline. Mewtwo, the guy was trying to turn everyone. No, he was trying to fuse everyone into a Pokemon. To fuse people and their Pokemon together for a better world using Mewtwo's power. That's a wild concept, and it actually was so. It felt like a horror movie. That concept feels like a horror movie, and it was really that. It was really good though. Um, I thought it was really good. So, is there any other video game movies we want to do? I don't want to make this stream go on for too much longer. I've already been here for like an hour. It's like 12:40, which again I know is my fault. I was gone for I was about 45 minutes late, but please give me some grace here. I'll do like one or two more movies if you guys can think of any. If you can't think of any, then I'll go ahead and get ready to end the stream. Oh, I need to pop my back. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I mean, look at those eyes, dude. Which eyes? I don't know. Oh my back. Oh, dude, I'm so crunchy. I really want to just. Oh. Yes, that was my back and my ankles. Those things both cracked. When I pop my back, I bend my body like this, and so I get my ankles popping from like them going up like this, and then my back pops from just going all the way back like that. So forgive me. Is there any other video game movies we want to get through? Because if not, I'm gonna go ahead and just organize these and tell you what order that we're gonna put them in. Um, the Minecraft movie is not 100%. It's really not. It's so bad. I'm gonna go ahead and organize these real quick. So, first place is this one. This is third place. Fourth. Fifth. And sixth would be what? This one? Yeah. Okay. It's a lot lower than I thought it'd be. I know. That one's 6. This one's 7. That's really low. That's not what I thought. What if some Betty movie coming out? I'm ready for it. They just haven't done anything yet. They announced that they were gonna make one not last Christmas, but the Christmas before that, and we haven't gotten any news on it. I mean, the Meatly has been talking about different things. Like they released the director, like who's making it, and like they've been like saying they've just been there. They haven't really talked about what they're doing with the Betty movie. They're just talking about how well they're doing it. They said they're relying a lot on practical effects instead of CGI, which is good. However, we do need some CGI here. Bendy's cool. Oh, bro, this is gonna be like wait for like 4 years. It won't take them that long to make this movie. If they when they start production, that means that they're like making the script and everything, which means that they probably got the script and stuff finalized a couple months ago, like before they announced the director, because they have to hire a director who wants to direct this movie with the script for first or whatever. So they probably got the script done a while ago, and now they're probably just working on casting and filming at the moment. They're probably filming it. I mean, I don't know, maybe they're not, but I would think that they're getting there at least a little bit closer than you would think. This was 8. Yeah, we did 10 movies on this. Well, no, we didn't. We did 11 movies, and this is 9. I'm losing my head here. This is 9th place. This is 10th, and this is 11th. So I'm dyslexic. I just said Sunky instead of Sonic. 3. That is. Fourth was Sonic 1. And then okay. We did 12 movies, never mind. This one got 11. This one got 12. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. $2023. 9 would be Minecraft. And then 10 is 11 is okay. I know, shut, leave me alone. Okay. So first place is Sonic 3. Second is Sonic 2. Third is Detective Pikachu. Fourth is the first Sonic movie. 5 is Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. 6 is Pixels. 7 is the Mario 2023 movie. 8 is FNAF. 9 is Minecraft. 10 is Angry Birds 1. 11 is Mario 1993. And then 12 is Angry Birds 2. That's the rating we've given these. And I actually really appreciate these. The Mario Bros. Movie being 7th place, like right in the middle, was not in exactly what I expected. However, it compared to the rest of these, it does fit, especially since it's not far behind. The Mario Brothers movie was at like an 81% compared to the rest of them, which was somewhat high. So I'm okay with these ratings. I'm pretty satisfied with them. Here, I'll bring up here. If you want to see it, apologize for my terrible handwriting. I was speeding things fast. Also, it's 12:45 at night. Undertale movie coming never. I wish. Deltarune's coming first. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this paper. I like sentimental things, and I'll just keep this. Like, I don't know where I'll keep this at, but I'm gonna keep it. probably just put it right in here. This cylinder here has a lot of the special things in my life, and that'll be special. Bioshock movie coming never. They're never gonna make one. Anyway, it is 12:45 at night for me. I love you guys, but I'm not staying here for that long. So thank you for joining me at such a late time in the night. Thank you for giving me your opinion on these movies. I hope my opinion means something. If it doesn't, well then it doesn't. Shoot, dang it. So I love you guys. I love you guys, and I will see you soon on a win. Thank you guys again. Bye. Get some sleep too.